So I just finished Spider-Man 2 and it was absolutely incredible. To give context, I'm not someone who watches Marvel films. In fact, I haven't seen a Spider-Man movie since Spider-Man 3. You know, the one where all the memes sprouted from? Now, that's not to say I don't expect to enjoy the game, because obviously Insomniac knows how to make great games, and Spider-Man 2 is better in every way than the first two entries. Now, I have made it clear that I like this game, so if you wanted to know if I liked it, there it is. But if you want to know how I feel about other aspects, I suggest you stick around because I have a lot to say, and to be honest, most of it is very good. Spider-Man 2 story is not something I want to go deep into just to avoid spoilers, especially with the game still being rather new. But to give a brief introduction, Spider-Man 2 follows Peter and Miles as they deal with being Spider-Men and also dealing with being themselves and how they balance and navigate the double lives they both live. Obviously, there are many villains and challenges that they face, as well as new and old faces. But truthfully, if you enjoyed the first two entries, the story here is much better. I know I'm being vague, but it truly is to avoid spoilers. Just know that this is a more ambitious story that is told in a phenomenal way, hitting all different aspects and exploring everyone involved in an incredibly intimate way that just satisfies in ways the first two did not. It is a massive improvement in storytelling from Insomniac Games that I did not expect. The main story delivers and continues to surprise you and keep you engaged as the next moment leaves you wanting more rather than experiencing a dull break in between. Coupled with the incredible story, we have a presentation that is just beautiful. The graphics, landscapes, character models, music, and voice acting all just truly increase the impact of the story. Everyone involved delivers immaculately, and Yuri truly shines, showing multiple tone changes in his character, giving a believable performance. To be clear, everyone involved delivers better than ever. As for performance, it runs beautifully, giving us a fidelity and performance mode with VRR as an option as well, both modes having ray tracing enabled. Moving on to the most important thing, the gameplay. This for me is truly the biggest factor when it comes to enjoying a video game, and Insomniac delivers above and beyond anything they have done in the past. Traversal is fast as ever and more versatile. We have swinging, gliding, surfing, and even slingshots to fling you at high speeds. Insomniac made the traversal so fun that I never felt the need to use fast travel, which is quite literally fast travel happening in mere seconds if you include the confirmation time. The combat systems have been improved as well, giving us new ways to take down enemies and new ways to approach the game in a stealthy manner. We have 5 gadgets this time around: web shooters for webbing up enemies, upshot which suspends multiple enemies in the air, web grabber pulling enemies into one place, Sonic Burst, which stuns and knocks back enemies, and Ricochet Web, which shoots a web that bounces between enemies, webbing them up. Suit Tech has replaced our typical perks broken down into Strength, Damage, Focus, and Traversal. Leveling these up gives us a varied set of improvements, and also the option for perks through the upgrade path. This time around, we have 3 skill trees as well: Peter, Miles, and a shared skill tree that improves both Spider-Man's abilities. All points earned are pooled together, and skill points will need to be used wisely. Skill points are earned through leveling up, which happens pretty quickly, especially if you are indulging in side content, which I highly recommend everyone should do. If you are looking for style, the game offers a ton of options with suits. Some of these suits also have 4 color variants as well. There's truly no shortage of suits to choose from. I found a few I loved myself, although I really wish the Spider-Verse suits gave us the option to disable that low frame rate effect. Now, the open world has a lot to offer. I feel they did strike the perfect balance of offering a variety of side content without letting it get overly repetitive. You have your typical crimes that happens, but the nice thing is, this time around, they are more of a way of grinding parts. You also have side story missions with new and returning characters. Some of these give an interesting perspective into the world and what we have missed between Miles Morales and the start of Spider-Man 2. Then there are those that involve taking out groups and securing areas. There's a good variety, and you certainly won't get bored with everything there is to do. There are also collectibles, and thank goodness there aren't any obnoxious amounts of them. Marco's Memories have you collecting sand crystals. Photo Ops will have you taking pictures. Spider Bots, which have the most, will have you collecting Spider Bots. And lastly, Mysterium's Dev Diaries, which I won't get into for spoiler reasons. The most important thing about Spider-Man 2's gameplay, though, is that it makes you feel like Spider-Man. You literally are taking on enemies and creatively finding ways to take them down. And sure, you can be simple, but you can also get creative with the way you approach these battles, especially in stealthy scenarios. Overall, the gameplay is amazing, and without going into spoiler territory, once again, they also reinvent other characters that previously may not have been so fun to use. Man, this game is just so good. I really hope I'm conveying that here. Now, we have to talk about the bugs that I experienced during my playthrough. I understand some people had different experiences, but being that I can only speak on my own, I can tell you that overall, it was a smooth experience. I had 2 instances of a lockup having to restart the checkpoint. The first time it happened was when I grabbed Marco's crystal and could not break it with L2 and R2, and I couldn't back out either. The second time was during a mission where I had to locate a sound. Miles froze in place, and the third bug, not related to locking up, was a side objective not appearing on the map, forcing me to leave the area, do another mission, and come back. Over 21 hours of playtime, I wouldn't say it was the worst, but it definitely broke some immersion given I had to restart the checkpoints, but overall, still a very good experience, at least in my case. If it isn't already clear, though, I really enjoyed my time with Spider-Man 2, and I have full intention to platinum the game because it is so much fun. With that said, I rate Spider-Man 2 a 10 out of 10. It delivers on the narrative, presentation, performance, and most importantly, the gameplay. Even if you are not a superhero fan, I highly recommend you play Spider-Man 2 because it delivers in every way as a video game, accomplishing everything it sets out to do. Let me know if you have played or plan on picking up Spider-Man 2. As always, if you enjoyed the video, hit the like button. If you did not enjoy the video, hit the dislike button. Subscribe if you are new and share the video to keep the community informed. I'll talk to you all on the next one. Take care.